scène, écoute la rengaine d'une âme esselée. Seule à la une, contemplant la brume, s'échappe cette mélopée. Ma jolie demoiselle, mamie, ma belle, entends-tu cet appel quand la marée s'en mêle? Ma jolie demoiselle, mamie, ma belle, entends-tu cet appel quand la marée s'en mêle? La falaise blanche veille. Sur le premier banc, prends garde au brisant sous la lune de miel. À marée haute le long de la côte, la falaise blanche veille. Sur le premier banc, prends garde au brisant sous la lune de miel. J'entends le ressac qui au large nous poursuit. Sur la rive adverse, les chemins de traverse nous seront réunis. Ma jolie demoiselle, mamie, ma belle, entends-tu cet appel quand la marée s'en mêle? Jolie demoiselle, mamie, ma belle, entends-tu cet appel quand la marée s'en mêle? La falaise blanche veille. Sur le premier banc, prends garde au brisant sous la lune de miel. À marée haute le long de la côte, la falaise blanche veille. Sur le premier banc, prends garde au brisant sous la lune de miel. Le jour où sur le retour j'arriverai à bon port. Mamie lointaine, la brise incertaine me pousse vers le nord. Ma jolie demoiselle, mamie, ma belle, tu sais, Tapez, quand la marée s'en mêle, ma jolie demoiselle, mamie, ma belle. Entends-tu cet appel quand la marée s'en mêle? La falaise blanche veille sur le premier au banc, prends garde aux brisants sous la lune de miel. À marée haute le long de la côte, la falaise blanche veille sur le premier au banc, prends garde aux brisants sous la lune de miel.
Pigeon. Here we go. Nymphéa. Hey.
Hello.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah, we already played some songs.
Yeah.
And one song will be already played, so people can hear it as well. Which one will it be? Is it The Lion, the first song?
I don't know. I thought maybe Marée would be great to begin because it's a very poetical song, and I have a lot of poetical songs, and maybe it's a good introduction into my universe.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Let's start with this. Yeah. So share a bit about the song.
So this song I wrote after a jam session, actually, because I was like inspired. I went to a jam session with female musicians, and
is it the Femme Jam?
Yeah, this one, and
it's a cool jam session.
It was very interesting. So we were like 15 in the room, and we played just, and I took something with me at home, and then I was humming some melody, you know. But it was my thing, you know, and then you have a difference between what you want to write and what comes at the end. And so I have like 4 versions of this song, and I like it because it's there is a very strong motive of traditional French music. So I like to say I play chanson, but also with a bit of folk in it. But that's the good one, you know, like what you play on the countryside, and
the traditional OG Frenchy.
But the interesting one, because you know, you have the boring one, and that's the interesting one, and I like it. That's like very old melodies. I like folk motifs like from the Balkan or from Russia, but also from France. And it's like, this song is like the movement of the sea, you know, and it's about an impossible love. So someone at sea, so we think maybe a man on a boat is thinking about the woman he loves, and it's impossible because he's on his boat. And so I like this song. So
The impossible love. This is it's something that is attractive, or what is it about the fact that he's on boat and he cannot see his love that made you write this perspective?
I don't know. It just came to me, and sometimes you write. Something feels right and you don't exactly know why, but
you just have a vision and you need to
and
take it out.
I had a vision of those cliffs, and maybe that's about the choices we make in life, because we are all living our lives, and then it's not always possible to choose another path, and maybe that's also about this nostalgia of maybe choosing something else, or escaping maybe from our life, like daily life,
Yeah, absolutely.
and
from ourselves.
Yeah.
It's very easy to run away from ourselves.
Yeah.
We have so many distractions. We can have food, sugar,
Yeah.
smartphones,
And music.
And music. Music
And
is a
music.
good distraction,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Yeah, I would like to introduce you a little bit, because we talked a little bit online, and now that you came here, it's like there is more information that we're gathering about each other. And you told me that you've been all over the world and you speak so many languages.
Yeah, so that's a little bit complicated to, to be like Nymphéa, this artist, and then Marée, the person, and my music project, that's a very important part of my life right now, because I'm basically doing almost only music. My husband is going to work, and when I'm playing takes care of the children, and so that's basically what I do right now. But some people have a complicated life, and I have a really complicated one, because I try to do a very short version of that. But I went all around the world. I lived in Russia for 3 years before everything that happened. So it's another life, another world. I'm really missing, because it was at the time very interesting. I played a lot of music and had a lot of friends there. And I went to Eastern Europe, and I went very far. I like remote countries, and so I went alone to the Baikal, and to Mongolia, and Romania. I went a lot, so
by yourself?
Hungary. Not always by myself,
All right.
but in Russia, yes, I was a lot by myself, or with couch surfing. So or with a friend, and I've done some really crazy. I went to crazy parts, where basically no one is allowed, and it's
in Russia.
Yeah, because
what's the reason people are not allowed there?
Because for example, it's for example not far away from Georgia. That's I don't know. They just don't want foreign people there. But I speak the language, so it was. I tried not to be seen as a foreign people, and then I could just go where other people didn't want to go. And it was very, very interesting. Yeah. And then I went back to Berlin, and so I played music. I began as a child. I think my first concert was when I was 8. I began to write music when I was 12. My first poem when I was 4.
When you were 4?
Yeah, I was a
poem is also text, right?
Yeah.
You knew how to write text when you were 4?
I'm amazed myself,
Wow.
but
I think I was still shitting in my own pants when I was 4. You're writing poems.
And when I was 10, I didn't write one novel, but like 10 because I was very productive.
Oh,
you know?
wow.
Yeah.
You like Mozart. He's also a wonder child.
Yeah, but nobody seemed to see that, you know, because it was like, okay, it's Paris. She does like things, you know, and it was quite a struggle to do things because nobody helps, you know. I had some people helping me, like this guy playing the guitar who like went. Drove 40 kilometers to play with me. So it was, okay.
Daily or what?
No, once a week. But that's, I had to learn everything myself, you know, and I began to compose music when I was like, 20 or so, you know, no, before, because I was at school, and then I came to Germany because of love.
The current husband?
Yeah.
Nice.
We are still together.
Nice. This is beautiful. How long?
17 years. Yeah. And and
you went all the traveling before you came to Berlin, or you came to Berlin and then once in a while you were going there and here?
I began before, and then I was like based in Berlin, and I went for a couple of like for 2 years in Russia, and then for 1 year in France. So, I'm based in Berlin since 2007. You know, like it's a while.
When apartment were 400 euros for 2 rooms.
No, 350 for 1 year, for one little room, and then we had a little bit bigger apartment, and now we have a big apartment.
Yeah, but also the price is way more expensive.
Yeah, but
unless you have the old contract.
We have, we are still in the same building, so that's a good price. Yeah, and then so life happened, and then we began a family. But we had like a big loss because we lost our little daughter not long after birth.
Oh, sorry to hear.
5 years ago, and but she's the reason why I began again with music, because it was I studied, so I still played music, but it was less, you know, and I studied, I worked, I had a lot of things, and it was not so important. And then after this big loss, I began to record my songs, because it was like vital. So to just to survive, to do something, to transform, you know, the pain, and so it began like that. And now I'm currently recording my 7th auto-produced album, and I have like 105 songs I can play just like that, you know, and alone, you know. And then I have maybe 15 more who are so I can't play because you have a lot of instruments, you know, and I would need a band, you know, to play them, or it's more, too experimental, you know, to play just like that. So yeah, that's basically what led me back to music. But it was like this healing process, and I'm not new to the world of music, because I played music all my life, and since 2019, like I'm play intensively music every day, and I record my songs, but that's quite new for me to go on stage and to be a performer, because I began my project Nymphéa, so now with the red hats and playing French songs in Berlin, you know, like on concerts, in gardens, on open stages, and everywhere I can, everywhere I'm invited
that's the
to.
spirit.
Yeah, for free, or I mean, if there is a hat, it's good, or you know. But the principle, I want to share the music, so that's quite new, because I began like maybe I think it was in February 2000. from this year, you know. So that's quite new.
You started to perform since February.
I started to perform to share my music with everybody, you know, because because my our youngest son is 1 year and a half, so I began to go on stages. He was like 9 months old or 10 months old, so I couldn't go very, you know, I couldn't be away very long, you know. And then it's like people ask me, oh, do you have a Facebook page, and do you have Instagram, and do you have a website, you know? And I organized events like a lot. It was a part of my job, so I knew a little bit what was expected of me as an artist, you know. So it began like very playful, you know. Okay, and then I write my blog and I try to do some nice pictures, you know, or to write something, and then so and it was very natural, and I was invited to play more, and I found very interesting and interested audience in Berlin. So the French-speaking community, and also nice people like international people or German, you know, like musicians. I like to play with, and that's and now I play like once or twice a week. So
playing live in front of people.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and I don't know. Maybe in winter I will try to do a little bit less. But more less.
Winter is
but
the
more
time to play concerts.
Yeah, but
everyone needs this warmth, you know.
Yeah. Let's see what is
You see
how it will be. Yeah, I would like to, because I play lots of instruments and my songs, but I also paint and draw, and I would like to make some videos on my songs. And
So you want to stop a little bit, take the gas off
stop
the performing, and then to make
maybe
something else.
Yeah. So continue, because I'm on parental leave, and I will have time until next summer, so to concentrate on the art.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, it's great. It's great that you plan it, and you know, okay, I have this time, I have this opportunity, what I can do in order to make the summer better.
Yeah. And but I mean, that's teamwork, because my husband is supporting me, and is telling me, stay on parental leave, do your music. Yeah, that's great.
This is beautiful.
That's I'm very very grateful for that.
I can understand why you did not leave him for 17 years. Yeah. If you have someone who supports you, basically this is what we want from a good relationship.
Yeah, and he's a musician too, so I think it's very interesting for him too, because he plays on some of my tracks. I mean, not always, but there are things songs I do like alone, everything, but sometimes he plays like the solo guitar, or you know, like some drums, or like a regular guest. Yeah.
I really like that you said that you're playing for free, or for the hat, and it's not something that you feel ashamed of doing.
No.
And you say, I just want to spread the music, and then you see people coming to you, and they want to follow you. And they want to help you, to support you. And I think this is something many people don't understand it. The power of doing something for free, not asking for something in return, just giving the heart and let yourself be.
But you know, I had a lot of thoughts about this podcast, because you know, like in 1 hour of interview, what can you can say a lot of things, or you can say nothing, you know. And you know, and the question is why there is one friend who is also a musician, and he he asked me, but why do you do that? Because I'm also recording, I'm co-organizing the Cabaret Chanson. That's a regular event, like a little concert for families, like always on Saturday at 4:00, so people can come with their children, and it's people playing in French, like singing, or we have sometimes stand-up comedy, or we will have also theater. So
cool. And everything is in French language.
In French. Nice. But we have also a lot of friends coming, like no, there are people who don't understand French but who come because you have crêpe, so you can eat a crêpe and be around nice people. I mean, basically that's very important. And I'm also recording that, and I give to the people a little CD of their performance.
Of the concert?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
Yeah. And I also began a podcast with the interviews in French of those people. And one friend was like, but why? Why are you doing all that? That's a lot of work. And yeah, I think the answer is I'm trying to make the world better,
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Yeah, because there are so much dark places that I feel the need of giving some light, like and sharing my music is. I'm very grateful for it. When we play together, I felt it that, I mean, the songs are better when they are shared, like, because you have someone else putting also some energy in it, and I think, music is like love that's better shared,
Yeah, it's a manifestation of love, music.
Yeah.
Even if it's angry music,
I
think it's also a manifestation of love.
Yeah, because you can also be angry. That's also one theme. I mean, I play poetical and political songs, and it's really the reason is I think it's important to speak about important things, like, but it's a very idealistic and humanist point of view, like I write songs against racism or against, I don't try to be like fleur bleue, like naive, but I try to be very sensitive about what I write, and sometimes that's from one point of view that's better shared in a song, some issues like women who live in a violent relationship and they stay for a couple of years and nobody understands, like I have one song about this topic, those important things, because I don't know. I think it's important to say no to violence and to say no to awful things.
I think violence is not something bad. It's the way it's been used. Because you can see two people. One of them is a very angry teenager.
Yeah.
And one of them is a fighter.
Yeah.
A fighter, like let's say a jiu-jitsu fighter, someone who studied martial art.
Yeah.
And I think even though the martial artist he got more deadly power, most likely will not harm anyone because he is aware of what he can do. Yeah. But this angry kid, he doesn't know the strength of his powers. So I think violence can be good in a way that if we know the energy and how strong it can be, and we know, all right, this is dangerous, we need to pay attention what we do. I think that's the only use for violence.
But I mean, the political songs is I have a feminist point of view in my songs, and I mean, after the loss of our daughter, I wrote a lot of sad songs about loss but beautiful songs also. And then I saw one poster of it was the elections, and of the AfD, and it was so mean, like I don't know. And then I thought, okay, so I have to write something about, like people not wanting to accept other people because of their color of skin, for example, or something like that, and that's basically what I do. And then sometimes, I don't know, I just write a song because it that's very intuitive, so it comes to me. So sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I write a song.
You have a song in your head and you wake up and you, all right.
It comes to me like in dreams.
Really?
Yeah.
And you know the chords that you're playing in the dreams?
But I'm just now I'm realizing what happens with me, because I'm realizing when I was 8 or 10, I heard a lot of classical music, and I had like operas in my head. And that's it's been all my life like that, but
operas that did not exist before.
Yeah, no, that's
you start to create inside your head.
Yeah.
I can really relate to that. But instead of operas, I had pop songs.
Yeah. So I think it depends on what you hear or your environment, and so and so. I mean, it's for me, it's really a need because something pops up in my head, or maybe I'm waking up in the middle of the night, or I don't know. I have an idea and I see the possibility of a song, and then it doesn't end until the song is ready, recorded.
You mean the urge to?
Yeah, and I'm always thinking about that, and so I am. Having little children, it's quite complicated because so now they're already a little bit older, but when you have a little baby, I remember writing the lyrics of a song while ordering, Chinese, because you have 10 minutes and then, okay, so.
So it's just information is there in your head and all you need to do is to
I have to
translate
scratch.
it.
I have to scratch. It comes to me. It's like, I just feel there is something, and then I have to find.
So it's more like there is a rope, and you start to pull it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
This is interesting.
So it's most of the time. Then when I write songs with my husband sometimes. So it was like the third or the fourth album, Pas de trois, because he was also on parental leave and we played a lot together. And then it was more, he had like some chords and he played that. And then I wrote like a melody and a text. Or, some songs, but few we wrote together. But it's more, like... that's very easy for me to find melodies.
Crazy.
And to find text also. I think the idea of a rope, that's very good. But sometimes I don't know what is at the end. I know I want to.
That's the magic, right?
Yeah, I know I want to write about something, and then. Yeah.
But, let's see what's going on there, and then this is what's going on there.
But I have the impression that's an interior eye. I don't know if that's you are not looking outside. Some that's why when I play music, I very often I close my eyes because I'm looking inside. Inside myself, and and also with a complicated story that's had a lot of struggle the last 5 years. So because I lost my daughter, and within 2 years, my little brother, my grandmother, and then my husband had an accident. So it was very, very, very difficult.
What kind of accident?
He was he had.
It was the same accident or
no. It was
shit.
just meltdown, and then he was at the hospital, and we thought he will die, and so.
Well, glad he survived that.
And so that's why I know that I had also experience of my own mortality when I was quite young, and so I know that life is now,
Yeah.
And for example, my little brother, he died at age 32 within 3 days without any warning, and he had a lot of plans, and we were very, very
How
close.
did he die?
It was just like that.
A heart failure or something?
Yeah, heart failure. Yeah. And he was a photographer, and he wanted to open his studio, and I think my project Nymphéa, it's also because of him, because he didn't have the time, to do what he wanted to do. He had the idea, and so I'm doing that also for him, because I have the possibility of doing that. And also, when I had a lot of struggle, it was I had to find like a lot of strength, to survive.
There is no choice.
And now there is no choice. And now it's easy because everything's good. I have two beautiful sons, and and I'm choosing also I'm choosing the light,
Yeah, I think that life brings those really horrible experiences in order to make us stronger, because there is something for us that we need to have the strength. So we can handle
it's
it.
very difficult. It's very difficult to accept, and I think also my project with music, it's also like a freedom project. I think about it because I like it to be on stage and to share, my music, to share love, with people, and I have a lot of fun, doing that, and that's very important for me to do my own choices, and that's nobody tells me what to do, and I chose what I want to do. Okay, I want to make a little CD with 6 songs, okay, that's a little bit crappy because I didn't have the time, okay, but I do that because I want to, and I printed some stickers some long ago. I can give you one, but I'm trying new things, and I want to do something beautiful, and
I think you're already doing a lot of beautiful things.
Yeah,
if you just going out there and say, I don't want anything, just for you to be here with me and share this music that we're having together.
Yeah,
and this is really powerful.
I want also to support young people and young artists, because now, I'm 38, so I'm married, I have children, and I have also a life, so I have, I can buy an amp, but I remember also the time, because I was very poor for a very long time, but and I want to help talented young people, to find their own way. And maybe that's why I co-organize also the Cabaret Chanson, those little concerts. We have also young people sharing their talent or trying being for the first time on stage. A few, we try to have a high quality, so you won't be deceived. But we had also one girl, she's like 15, and she did a little bit of stand-up comedy. It was her first time on scene, and I'm sure she will remember that for the rest of her life.
This is definitely.
And for me, I'm also a teacher, so maybe that's also my, this side of me wanting to protect also the young people, and to tell them, okay, do that. I give you the opportunity.
Just to provide space for people. Sometimes this is all we need to do. Just there you go, do whatever you want. Nothing is limiting you.
So
and I'm keeping it safe for you.
You have when you organize, you have also to be sure that people are like singing in the microphone or something like that.
Definitely. I mean, not really what they want to do.
It's good also to keep some.
But even for this girl who did a stand-up, and it probably was her first time, so I can imagine she was terrified on stage.
But she did great, and she brought also a lot of friends. Also.
All right, so imagine this is your first experience, and if you did not give her the space, it might never happen.
And I remember also when I was young, and I did some concerts. I don't know, I was 15, my first concert, and I was so real concert, in front of people, and I was so stressed that I lost my voice.
Oh wow! So, before the concert. So no concert.
No, I played with my voice, without voice.
Because of the stress, it got so tight here.
I just had like no voice, a little bit, and I just hummed my songs. But I played also with 2 guitarists, and they jammed, and it was okay. So I went on stage anyway, But I know this feeling of being like young, and how important it is to have more experienced people who help you, and I like to be. I'm out of the box, I'm not trying to adapt to something, because since the beginning, when I began to write my own songs, because I just wanted to, and I didn't like what I heard, and some people told me, no, but you have to sing like Céline Dion, or it would be like Beyoncé or so, today. And I was like, no, but I don't want to, I want to do my own thing. And I'm grateful that I found people who helped me, like taught me some, one guy, Epsi, is dead for maybe now 8 years or so, but he helped me a lot because he was older, but he taught me how to compose. He like, I don't know, that's very basic, like with the chords. If you want, I don't know, he did something with his hand, and he said, you have A, B, C, D, E, and you have like
major, minor, major.
No, you have chords getting along, and then you can, if you want some basic things, and I picked it up, and then I did my own thing with that, and I think that's very important to have some input when
absolutely. I mean, we are basically walking in the path of the legends.
And then I'm also meeting a lot of very interesting people while doing music. So I play with other musicians. Have this project with John Collins, who's a singer-songwriter from Cameroon. And we played together as a band. So I did like the second verse, but then I played also my songs, and with 2 percussionists, so 4 people on stage.
What kind of music is it?
Afro, and also my songs. So,
but it's different than what you play.
It's a little bit different, but I'm also grateful because I had the possibility. I do the drums on almost all my tracks, and that's I think that's not usual to let the girl play the djembe, But I had the possibility like to play the maracas also, and you're okay with the rhythm, so I allow you to to play also some drums, and that's great. That's great to to play something else, and I went also to this ladies jam,
the Femme Jam.
Yeah, Femme Jam, with a lot of talented people.
Yeah,
and
there is this guitarist there with the
Alicia. Yeah,
she's really
she's
cool.
amazing. Yeah,
Just the way she stands with the guitar, it's
a
huge guitar.
Yeah, no, very interesting person, and
it's still in the Bade House, the Femme Jam.
It's on Wednesday in the bar 800A in Oslo Straße.
Also, they changed the place.
Yeah, because there was some problems with the owner. She wasn't okay with the females.
Really?
Yeah, no, it was not nice. So so they thought it's better to change the location. But the current location is really good. I played there. And that's great just to jam with other people, and I also play sometimes with Peter, who plays the bandoneon and the hurdy-gurdy. Do you know?
Yeah, I know the hurdy-gurdy.
Yeah.
It's like
a French traditional instrument.
Yeah, but it doesn't say so much to those who don't know it. I think I can describe it as a harmonica with violin and accordion together. Yeah,
you have a basic note that's like.
Yeah, and you have this wheel that you keep on moving, and then it's
but that's
like a
great
bow, right?
For my songs, like more traditional songs, because we just realized, because I played for 12 years in a folk traditional group, and I did a lot of bal folk. I play the flute. I play a lot of instruments also, but I began with the flute, and so and then I learned the guitar.
You mean the silver flute?
No, the
recorder, as it says in English.
Yeah, nobody likes it, but I play it anyway. Yeah, but that's people prefer the saxophone, But yeah, and so maybe that's why I have a lot of traditional motifs in my head, just because I heard like hundreds of hours of traditional music, and it's like imprinted in my head.
Since you were a kid, you heard it as well.
Yeah,
right?
since I was a kid. Because
it's like the development of your brain.
When I was a kid, with my parents and my brothers and sisters, we went to those bal folk, and I was sleeping under the table, when I was 10 or so, and then I
started to listen.
And then we realized with Peter a lot of songs I wrote and played without hurdy-gurdy can be played also with this instrument, because I like to have this basic note,
But it's not only one note, right?
It's not only one note.
And you can play
and then
really
you can
melodies.
and then you can play also your.
Yeah.
But
Is it French? I thought always it's something Nordic, something Norwegian.
No, it's French. It's French.
Yeah, it's a very funky instrument. Yeah. The way it looks, the way you operate, you need to move the wheel all the time, otherwise you have no sound.
Yeah.
It's like there is a crazy mechanics also inside of it.
Yeah. It's amazing.
It's
I think if it gets broken, you have to go back to France,
You need to find a specific person who's still left in the world who can fix it.
Yeah. And and then I try to play with other people whenever I can. So, for example, I don't know if you heard about Ronnie Ellipsis, who was traveled through Europe to the Ukraine. I don't know. He was in Berlin in August. He comes from Israel, and he was
musician.
Yeah. He's a pianist. He plays really good.
What's his name? Ronnie.
Ronnie. Yeah.
Ronnie what?
Ronnie Gibizet Junior from Tel Aviv.
Right.
But
if Ronnie hears that, let us know that you exist.
And he lives in New York. But he was, and we played together. We jammed together. It was really amazing. I mean, to have some talented people, like playing on my songs, because they can play like crazy solos and so. And I think it's that's very, very interesting. But when I go to jam sessions, sometimes I just play my songs. And once I went to the Rote do you know that in Wedding they are doing also a jam session, and you have a lot of this time there were a lot of people but playing jazz, and they were really good. And when you have 15 people playing your song, that's like an orchestra,
Yeah.
But that's great, And I like it.
And it's different than what you usually play, because they're jazz people and they come with their own world and they bring it to your song.
Yeah, but I find it interesting when people don't try to impose, So it should be a dialogue. So
yeah.
I try also not to impose and to give also space, if people want to jam with me or to play with me, I like that very much.
Yeah, I like this concept as well. I think this is something a musician needs to be more aware of when they're playing with music.
But I played a lot on the street. I played with gypsies from Romania in France.
Jamming
a lot.
With them.
Yeah, so no, because jamming, but we were like living on of our music. So we played together, and it was for several months, and it was a really interesting part of my life, because we played music on the street and we lived from that. So because people gave us money, so we could. Party at night, I don't know, it was,
party and get money.
Yeah.
I'm talking about something else. I'm talking about sometimes when someone brings a song, I also had it myself, so I can really relate to that. So if you bring your song, it's your song, it's not my song, right?
Yeah, but when other people play it, that's it becomes.
But sometimes because it's your song and I don't feel like it's my song as well, then maybe I will start. I will not really serve the song. I will have some distance from the song. And sometimes also, if I am the one who wrote the song and I bring it, then it's like I want the song to be as I want it to be.
But
and then there is no communication, and then the conversation that you said it doesn't happen.
I understand what you
and I think the way to really to think about it in a healthy way is when someone, it's not their songs, but they're channeling some energy. And they're the one who are bringing now the energy to the room. And us as musicians, we have the opportunity to support. And I think this is a very beautiful way to look at that.
Yeah, but it depends on the song. I have a lot of them, so I can choose which one I want to share. For example, the one song I wrote for my little brother, I don't want anybody to touch it.
This is personal.
It's good. It's good as it is. And I want it to stay like that. I don't want anybody to play some violins or so. Maybe it would.
So not even jamming with the song.
No. But that's a powerful song, You have some songs you just I just play them, and I have the impression that the room freezes, and but it's because that's but that's also that's not. I'm not sure that's coming from me. It's like this rope. Like, okay, I found this song, and now I'm sharing it with the world. And
maybe the song found you.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. I don't know how it works. I don't know why I write songs.
It's like antenna. I think your antenna is very tuned in. That's why you have so many ideas that coming to you. And I think there are many people who have this all the time. They have so many thoughts and ideas. Yeah. But some of them think it's something bad, and sometimes they cannot handle it.
Yeah, that's for me. That's really about acceptance. For example, I speak also a lot of languages, and I think it's it's related because when you are young, you try to adapt, to a certain norm, or I don't know, and now I just accept that I'm different, but it's also very good because I find my potential.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to be sorry for that. So now we counted with a Romanian guy I met on a garden where I played, and I speak and understand. When I count the languages, I'm by 15, but between the languages, I understand, and I because when you speak French, you understand also Spanish, and like Italian also.
Yeah, it's almost the same language.
Yeah, and if you learn the major languages, then it's very easy for you then to understand a lot. And that's just like that. I don't know why, and I like it very much that I am now in this process of creating, and it began after the death of my daughter, and now I'm just writing all the time and recording all the time. I don't stop, but it's good. I know I don't know if it will be forever.
As long as it happens, you want to squeeze it.
Yeah.
And how do you handle it? I know people who have all the same thoughts as you. That they have so much information, which I think is a bliss. But when it's too much, then how do you handle it?
Yeah, I think it's very good for me to have all the life experiences I already had, because I was in a phase like that where I wrote all the time when I was like 20, and it was I had the impression to, to write all the time and not to live my life. And now that's not like that, and I think I'm more experienced, and now that's more. Yeah, I'm trying some things, and but that's a good question. You have already a lot of people who wrote a lot of songs. So why? Why do we have to have an opinion about everything? That's also a good question.
I think it's not if we have. It's just it's some energy that flows through you, and somehow mentally or physically. Specifically, you can have a lot of energy channeling through your existence. And I think a lot of people are like that, but some people see it differently. And somehow you might see it as something that is giving you energy and gives you a drive. And how would you advise young people, let's say, who have the same energy that is
I met some of them, some of them, and I think it's very important to trust that they trust themselves. When I was young, I was, I had to make a choice between doing only music, and trying to live from that, or to get a job, learn a job. And
we all know this.
We all know this. So I took the second option, and that's why I can now I have the luxury to do my music now, like without having I don't have to live from that. I can do that on my own time, But I would advise young people not to stop. And to try. That's a little bit difficult sometimes to find. For example, for me, it was difficult to find my own voice, but.
Find your own voice in what you want to express, or your voice,
that's
physical voice.
Both, but a lot of young people, are just hear the advice of other people and try to follow, like the right path, and that's very important to stay honest with oneself, with yourself, and to be true to yourself. I would say that.
There is no right path. There is just path that someone took. And it might work for them or not. And I think, the best way to really get all the information from all the people that we want to learn from is to understand what kind of mindset they had instead of what actions they did.
Yeah.
Because I think the mindset, this is what really separates us from each other.
But it was also a conversation with Ronnie about, recording your own music. Because right now, if you want to be an artist, you have to be heard, and so you have to record your music, and you can do that just mostly being noticed as a musician by other people who will record your music for you. But maybe it's evolving because a lot of people are now doing like their own music at home in a home studio. So I don't know. Maybe it's that's what I see also in Berlin.
It is. It's cheaper now to get all this equipment, and you don't need a huge studio.
Everything is accessible. Yeah. And I think it's maybe it's new after Corona that you have so many people wanting to do something. I don't know. But or maybe I just went from one world to another. But I find it very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I like this that you just try new things and you don't get stuck in whatever you did. This is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
No.
Life is more rich when you're doing stuff that you not good at them. It's new to you.
Yeah.
And when you do those two stuff. Yeah, I think then life really opens up.
Yeah. So the next Cabaret Chanson, it will be on the 2nd of December. So we'll release. We will tell everybody about it on Facebook. Yeah, on Facebook and on Instagram.
So people can scroll down and see the links and they can communicate with you and connect.
Yeah, and I will play with Jose Promis, who is he comes from South America and he's very known there. And
what is he playing?
Rock. That he's also a singer-songwriter, and and we will play like Christmas songs. Yeah, it will be about in French and also Jingle Bells.
Jingle Bell.
But Jingle Bell.
This Christmas vibe. I think this is what keeps people warm when it's cold. In winter.
I think it will be very, very interesting, and also with crepe. So, and it's that's a very cool place, Offenes Wohnzimmer, and in Moabit, and that's on donation, based on donation. So you can go there and give what you can. And I like this concept, of organizing things yourself, and small things, small events, and a little bit underground, a lot of things like that are very cool when not everybody knows about it.
Yeah, there is a bigger
and I'm like chasing this music spirit around the world, because in every city that's a little bit different, where are the cool people and where are the cool parties, and but I like very much the vibe in Berlin right now.
What do you like about it so much?
I think that's like Feli has said, you have a lot of very talented people who came to Berlin, because I think really that Berlin is the coolest city in Europe right now. So but,
I agree with you about it.
Maybe right now it's a little bit difficult to find an apartment, but when you compare with other cities, that's I like it very much. I live in the Wedding, so I'm not far away from the forest, from the lake, and I have also every possibility to go to play my music, like on concerts, and you have you have everything, you have places where it's very maybe people concentrate on how much money they will make with you as a musician. So I'm not very I don't like very much those places. I prefer other places where it's more about sharing your music, or and you have the possibility to find people who are in the same vibe as you are,
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
because it's a big city, still a big city.
You can find whatever you want in the city.
Yes,
Anything you can
but
think
I'm
about.
in my kids, I'm feeling like in a small villages, and I know like a lot of people, you know.
Yeah, this is important, especially in a big city,
Yeah,
because there are so many people.
feeling connected with
Yeah, this is one of the things that I'm suspicious about it. I don't know it's for facts, but it feels like this is why Berlin can be sometimes a bit superficial. Because people coming, people going,
Yeah.
people looking for something, they try it once, they see what it is, all right, let me try something else.
Yeah.
And when you find good relationships with people in the city, it's very, very valuable. I'm also very lucky to have friends like this here.
Yeah.
It's really, really important.
Yeah. So I don't know. I will try to concentrate on my music and to.
You have a new single coming out.
Yeah.
It's called the Mirage.
Mirage, yeah.
Mirage.
Fata Morgana.
I love French language. I love the way it sounds.
That's about life crisis, you know, like, that's one of the themes of my songs, like living a life, and sometimes you want to have done other choices. That's not my case. I think I'm very good with myself and with my choices, but sometimes you can struggle with that, and you can wish to have another life.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, or sometimes it's just too difficult, you know. That's very difficult to be an adult, you know, because a lot of people don't have illusions anymore, and some people lose hope, and I think that's very important to stay positive.
To inspire them.
Yeah, and a lot of people are thanking me for my music, for the political songs, for example, the feminist songs, and that's like, oh yeah, thank you very much for this song.
It's the power of music.
I relate. You know,
isn't it crazy that when you have a song, you can say almost everything you want?
Yes,
and everything is legit.
That's true.
It's things you can never say to someone in the face.
So that's why I like to write, because I mean, you can invent the world you want. You know, you can you're if you have some people in your songs, they can do what you want them to do. You know, that's very good. Yeah,
it's very powerful. The power to. It's not really imposing emotions, but we can influence how people feel with music.
Yeah, but now my new album, so I'm still writing and recording it, but I'm putting my music for free on YouTube, you know, and I don't have a lot of views, so some videos, but because that's mostly just the music. I edited some videos, and I will try to do more. But my new project, Terra Incognita, that's about Berlin, and
that's the name of the album.
Terra Incognita, that's the name of the album.
And Mirage is coming from this album?
Mirage is and I will speak about, and I already have some songs about living in Berlin. So that's the life in Berlin. So for example, I have this song Berlinge, where it's about. I speak French with my French friends, you know, but we use German words, and I think a lot of people, international people, can relate to that. You know, like you will never translate Ausländerbehörde or in your conversation, you know, and then you speak another language because it's French, but it's also with a lot of German words in it, you know, and some things like that. And,
it's like a mixture of the cultures.
Yeah, and I have a project about a song about the U8.
What do you think about the U8?
Yeah, some
very rough line. The U8.
Yeah. But also beautiful. I have also beautiful.
I can see beauty in anything, I assume. What do you write about the U8?
I had...
For those of you who don't know, U8 is a line in Berlin.
Yeah.
The underground, and there's some very rough station, let's say.
I had so rough experiences because you see junkies everywhere, and that's very... But I had also some of the best vibes of my life. I think I was coming back from a club, in the middle of the night, and everybody was happy and talking together. And then came one guy with a box and playing music, and everybody danced.
This is something you can find only in Berlin.
Only in Berlin, and in the...
Something opens a rave, yeah.
Yeah, and it was so great, and okay.
Yeah.
And not long ago, I had also this feeling, that's why I'm thinking about writing a song about it, where it was rainy for a lot of days, and then it was warm again, and everybody was happy and laughing together. And I think I recorded just, people laughing, in the subway. And I just liked it, and I don't know. That's
you recorded the laughter of the people.
I just recorded, because it was such a good energy,
Oh yeah.
You had the impression to be in a place where everybody is happy, and that's the U8, So very, very strange, but
crazy.
Yeah.
And you also had a song about the lion in Berlin, the lioness.
Yeah.
That she ran away from the zoo, and everyone were looking for her.
Yeah, it
and
was
people
so crazy.
even said they've seen a lion in the street.
Yeah, everybody, the people are really. Some people, and I'm sure they believe it, that they saw it, and we don't know, but there was probably no lion. It was a boar,
Yeah.
Yeah, because they analyzed, they found a hair, and they analyzed it, and it wasn't a lion.
It was never a lion, and you know how many people are thinking that there was actually a lion walking in the streets?
A lot. And if it was for a few days really crazy in Berlin, and I wasn't in Berlin, so I just read the papers, and
it was 3 months ago or something like this.
It was in July, at the end of July, and it's so.
And no lion.
No lion.
Imagine how many things we are sure that this is the truth, and no, it's not. It's complete bullshit.
Yeah.
I think when you told me the story, I thought, the lion. There was a lion in Berlin, and then it's all in French, so I don't understand. And then I asked you, what happened with the lion?
Yeah, what happened?
And you told me there is no lion.
Yeah, there is no. But everybody went crazy, and
spoon.
That's what I describe in my song. And I mean, I write chansons, so the texts are very important. In French, you say also chanson à texte. So
chanson, it means the lyrics, or
chanson, it's song. A chanson with a meaningful text. So a lot of my texts are like poems, but I also adapt because I play a lot for people who don't speak French. So that's why I try to have beautiful melodies, and also parts where other people can jam or play with me or sing with me. I like it very much for the people, the audience, to play with me. Also, and to sing with me. I like
important.
It very much.
I love this.
Yeah,
this is why we go to concerts. We want to sing. We want to play music.
That's like maybe because I have this experience as a teacher, and I don't want to be okay, everybody is staring at me, but it's so better when people are doing also something. It's better also for the people doing. I have always a little. Shaking things, maracas or so for the children to play with me, because I saw a lot of times, parents. When I wasn't playing, but saying no, sit on your chair, to their children.
Don't move.
Don't move, and so and on all my concerts, I give drums to children, and they dance and they play the drums, and that's perfect. Yeah. That's really, really good.
Yeah.
And I think the children are also a very honest audience, because if they are bored, so sometimes I had a song I liked, and then one 8-year-old came to me and said, "Oh, it was a little bit long, the song," but sometimes they come and they want to know what I tell, and then, "Oh yeah, I like it very much. Oh, that's very good."
Yeah, kids are amazing.
Yeah.
Until their heads start to fill up with bullshit that we teach them. They're very pure, and kids are the...
Yeah, my children are very musical. So my
from young age you actually
I also played a lot when I was pregnant, and I recorded when I was pregnant. The last concert I played with my second son, I was 8 months pregnant, and it was the last week I could sit for 1 hour. And my oldest son, he composed his first song when he was 2. So it was about helicopters and ambulances, but...
How did he compose it?
So we gave him an ukulele, because the children, they wanted to play the guitar since birth, it was very fascinating for them. And then he took the ukulele, and he was just humming and looking very inspired, and looking at the sky, and the helicopter is in the sky, and you understand, that's a song, and it was so beautiful. So beautiful, yeah.
Wow.
So I think, maybe he will also compose some music.
There is one guy, his name is Rick Beato. He became quite famous in the last years. He's like a YouTuber that teaches music. And the way that he really broke out and became viral and known is that he played a lot of music, like complex music for his kids when they were 0. A lot of jazz, a lot of complex word music, and his first kid, he developed perfect pitch. So you see videos that this guy Rick, he just plays some random chords with random notes. And his kid know exactly which note he was playing, and then he asked them, "Can you sing those notes?" And he just sang all those notes.
But my children can have also a very good ear, and it's often the case that children can't sing, like the right note. But my children, since they are 1.
Yeah, I think because you expose them to music so early. It's like they're growing up with that, so they develop kind of a way to understand music.
But that's also a little bit frustrating for them, because they understand like the guitar. That's when my father plays the guitar, he doesn't have time for me, So it's sometimes a little bit challenging also. But I don't know.
You find the balance.
It's
a process. It's a journey.
And that's why on some of my tracks you can hear the babies, because I tried now they are like a little bit older, but I had to record the songs at home, and I had like my child on my knees when I played the drums. Wow. So
wow, this is amazing. Like you're no excuses. You have something and you just do that. With my kid here, if he's screaming there, whatever.
So I remember one song where my son was very, very little, and I had to take the second voice. A couple of times, because he was like crying.
I really love your attitude. I really love it. I know so many people who say, I cannot record now. I need to make my blah, 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 blah. I need to light up 5 candles, jump on one foot, and meditate for 5 days, and then I will be ready.
But you have a lot of people who are perfectionists,
and you just do that. It's the
because
opposite.
Yeah, but I try to make things right, I try to make something that I like. And I think that's very important to be proud of of what you do.
Yeah.
So
Everything of it, yeah.
Okay, you have to be honest. So if it's bad, it's bad. Like okay, the rhythm is not good or so. But I think you have to be humble about that. But when you try to do your best, that's better than nothing.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of very talented people who never record anything and then forget what.
Yeah, they always prepare themselves. Something will happen, so they're preparing, but nothing is really happening.
But that's also interesting because of all the songs I recorded. That's really a lot, and since I began to perform, so that's something else, because I'm not in my studio where I can also add a bass guitar or some effects or drums. So I have to play the songs differently, and sometimes I play songs again I didn't sing like in 2 years, and that's also very interesting because I try to play every time something else, so my audience don't get bored, and so I don't get bored too, because you have like
it goes both ways.
Yeah.
People feel it,
and that's interesting for me to sometimes. I don't. That's interesting for me. For example, when people hear some tracks and then ask me, could you play this one? Because I never thought about the song. It was, for example, one or two songs, and that's very interesting for me to play that again from another perspective. And when you play it a lot of times, then you play it differently, and it's another energy. And so I have this project also to play more. And in December, I will go to France to play.
To play in France.
In France, and I have a plan there. And
it's a tour that you're playing. Or just you're gonna play and
I will go to Lyon because I studied in Lyon. I have family and friends there, and also musicians friends. So I will play. I will play there, do a concert and jamming also. And I would like also to play on the street to see how people react to my songs, And so that's
it's gonna be adventure.
Yeah, some projects. Yeah.
How long you gonna be there in France?
A couple of days.
So just you go.
No. Yeah,
you
because
do some damage, you come back.
Yeah, I can't let the children too long. It's it has to be simple because of the organization.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, it's a different. It's not a different, but it's a new layer of life once you have kids.
Yeah. But that's also interesting because I think they are giving me a lot of strength, And then when you are accustomed to wake up at 4 a.m, and then your son is awake, so what do? You have a lot of time to compose, to do your music, to update your social media.
It's the best time in my life as well.
Yeah, but I like to.
You like the late nights?
Yeah, I like to sleep also.
Yeah, I also like to sleep. There was a time in my life where I really woke up like 4 or 5 naturally.
Yeah.
But I went to sleep around 9 in the evening. So I slept enough. But then this morning times, there is something different about it because it's fresh. It's like everyone fell asleep.
Yeah.
Which is also something weird that I thought about it today. Like we sleep. The whole humanity entirely just passing out for a few hours.
Who knows what happens at night, because in the dreams, sometimes you can remember, sometimes you can't remember. And I mean, sometimes I dream and then I write songs and I wake up in the middle of the night.
It's such a weird thing, sleep, like in general, and when I think about it. But afterwards, it feels like there is just cleaner energy. And then this time in the morning.
Yeah.
And I also really like it when people are starting to wake up at 9 and at 10 or something like this, and me, I'm already awakened for 6 hours. It's like I'm midday. It really helps you. It really helped to crush the whole day.
Yeah.
So that's how it works for me.
Yeah, but a lot of things with music happens at night.
A
lot
not
of
really
concerts
musician-wise
and Yeah.
It's
So you have
problem
sometimes
with.
you have to sleep less
More
to do
coffee.
more. Yeah.
More coffee.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
lot of coffee, especially if it's late night. Cool.
Yeah.
So how can people find you? How can they find all the beautiful projects that you have?
Yeah. So I try to put my music on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So Nymphéa.
We will put also links. So it
Yeah, I
will be
will
easier for
put
everyone to reach.
links. I will put links. I have the project also to maybe to create some SoundCloud with the music also. Because I do everything for free, so I don't want to pay for, so yeah. And then on Facebook I'm quite active, and so I put also live videos and reels and on Facebook, and I began also with Instagram because of the messages. When you send some messages on Facebook, sometimes you don't see them, or 2 months later.
Yeah,
And
that's
with
what we had between us. Yeah.
Yeah, and with Instagram, that's a little bit more reliable, and also the younger people, they are all on Instagram or TikTok,
But also Facebook are bastards. It's not so accessible to have the messages from the page.
Yeah.
They somehow make it with a different app and like, what the fuck
And
is
I
this?
have also a blog, because some people following me are like old school or don't want to use Facebook. So I have Nymphéa Chanson .wordpress.com. On Facebook, I'm Nymphéa Chanson in 2 words, and on Instagram, Nymphéa Chanson in 1 word. And Nymphéa, it's a water lily in French. And so that's... I will put the link, because for non-French speaking people, like, how do you spell it? But
everything will be accessible for the people to come.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I play for... If you want me to play, I have right now, with tomorrow I could play 4 hours straight. Not boring songs, for some people would play the same for 4 hours, but no. My songs, they are all quite different.
So people can book you if they wish.
Yeah. They can contact me, and I'm always...
Pay money for this. Even though she doesn't want to charge, she deserves the money. Yeah,
I played for the Punk Parcours, this street festival.
Yeah.
And... not long ago, also on Nettelbeckplatz, there was a flea market, and I played for 1 hour and a half. And
officially,
it was officially.
Cool.
No, it was official. I was invited to play there. So if you want to invite me, yes, I can make me available and find the time, and I'm always happy to play and to share, or if you want to jam with me or to sing or record a song with me, that's also, I'm open to...
Hell yes.
Yeah, to interesting instruments, or I don't know,
New adventures.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for coming here and sharing all this beautiful energy.
Thank you.
I really appreciate that you're just exploring things that makes you feel good.
Yeah.
And you also have no excuses. You just do things.
And
that's I think
true.
Once you have both of them, if you're open,
you
keep on doing stuff without fearing what will be the end result.
Yeah.
This is what to be successful is like, in my opinion.
Yeah.
When you do what you want, basically.
Yeah.
No limitations.
That's true.
Cool. Thank you for sharing this. It was amazing.
Thank you for inviting me, and I was glad to meet you in person.
Yeah, right back at you.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening, everyone.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye. Did you see the lion? Did you see the lion of Berlin? Did you see the lion of Berlin? Did you see the lion? Quelqu'un l'aurait vu cette nuit, un voisin aurait été surpris. Une ombre se faufile en catimini. La nuit, tous les chats sont gris. La police est en alerte, des hélicoptères tournent au-dessus des têtes, armés de fusils et de baïonnettes. La ville s'affole, grésille et s'inquiète. Dans le bus de l'après-midi, les mines contrites se referment. Pas question de changer de vie, mais moi je courais jusqu'à la ferme. Did you see the lion? Did you see the lion? see the lion? Did you see the lion? Quelqu'un l'aurait vu cette nuit, un voisin aurait été surpris. Une ombre se faufile en catimini. La nuit, tous les chats sont gris. On compte les animaux exotiques, des zoos, des cirques et des excentriques. Pas un lion ne manque à l'appel, même pas celui du cartel. Voilà qu'un chef de clan propose d'aller capturer le félin avant que dans un état de psychose, un fou zigouille le badin. Did you see the lion of Berlin? Did you see the lion of Berlin? Did you see the lion of Berlin? Did you see the lion? Quelqu'un l'aurait vu cette nuit, un voisin aurait été surpris. Une ombre se faufile en catimini. La nuit, tous les chats sont gris. Chacun voit des choses dans son esprit. J'ai bien vu le lion 3 fois aujourd'hui. Des chimères grossissent comme des souris sur l'opération du Saint-Esprit. Certains peuvent dire d'autres Jésus-Christ, mais y a pas d'ophtalmo au paradis. On attache 4 porcelets dans le but d'attraper la bête. La peau bien tendre, grassouillée, mais pas une trace à des kilomètres. Les politiques s'impatientent, où donc a pu passer le lion? Les télés se bousculent, la ville hante. On pose la question: Did you see the lion? Did you? Did you see the lion? Did you see the lion? Did you see the lion? Quelqu'un l'aurait vu cette nuit, un voisin aurait été surpris. Une ombre se faufile en catimini. La nuit, tous les chats sont gris. Une ronde d'experts donne son avis. Surtout restez bien enfermés. Espernalion le tout nous a pris. Il pourrait bien vous attaquer. Finalement tombe l'information. C'est bien normal de pas le trouver. It wasn't a lion, it was a bull. Ce qu'on a vu n'est pas un lion, mais un sanglier. Everybody together. Did you see the lion of Berlin? Did you see the lion of Berlin? Did you see the lion of Berlin? Did you see? Did you see? Did you see? Did you see the lion of Berlin? Did you see the lion? Did you see the lion of Berlin? Did you see the lion of Berlin? Did you see the lion? Quelqu'un l'aurait vu cette nuit, un voisin aurait été surpris. Une ombre se faufile en catimini. At night all the cats are grey. La nuit, tous les chats sont gris. Passager de l'Atlantique, ton cœur c'est ton drapeau, ta nation ton repos. Passager de l'Atlantique, tu l'as quitté, ta nation, ton avenir c'est l'horizon. Le pays de tes pères n'est pas le tien, tes racines sont mortes comme un lien. Tu ne seras jamais d'ici, toujours un peu d'ailleurs, même si là-bas t'es l'étranger, black, blanc, bleu. Paparipa, piripiram, paripa, didim, tam, tadidadidididam. Paparipa, piripiram, paripa, didim, tam, tadidadidididam. Passager de l'Atlantide, ton cœur c'est ton drapeau, ta nation ton repos. Passager de l'Atlantide, tu l'as quitté, ta nation, ton avenir c'est l'horizon. Oh, oh. Passager de l'Atlantide, porteur d'un rêve étiolé, une broderie de souvenirs, une autre réalité. La vie que t'avais connue est un mirage qui s'estompe, celle qui ne sera plus en trompe-l'œil ce qu'on te raconte. Paparipa, piripiram, paripariri, papapirapiripira. Paparipa, piripiram, paripariri, taptaptiradirididam. C'est ton nation tourne au repos. Passager de l'Atlantide, tu l'as quitté, ta nation, ton avenir c'est l'horizon. Oh. Tu te réfugies dans l'ailleurs, les raisins de la colère. Retrouve donc cette candeur, plus de pays, plus de frontières. Passager de l'Atlantide, le navire a quitté le port. Qu'es-tu pour te souvenir, seul ton homme se remémore. Pam pari pam piri pam pari pari tam tam tira di di da. Pam pari pam piri pam pari pari tam tam tira di da di da. Passager de l'Atlantide, ton corps c'est ton drapeau, ta nation tourne au repos. Passager de l'Atlantide, tu l'as quitté, ta nation, ton avenir c'est l'horizon.